Have you ever looked in the mirror and wondered what makes someone truly notice me now, at this stage in life? Not out of vanity, but out of a desire to still feel seen, radiant, and undeniably you. The truth is, color has a quiet power. It doesn't just change how you look, it shifts how you carry yourself, how others respond to your energy, and how confidently you move through the world. In this video, we'll explore 8 timeless colors that do more than flatter, they illuminate. Each shade we'll reveal holds a different kind of magic. One might soften your features with elegance. Another may spark conversation before you even say a word. And yes, many men do notice, but not because you're trying to impress. It's because these colors reflect something deeper: joy, wisdom, strength, and a beauty that's only grown more powerful over the years. So if you're curious about how subtle shifts in color can help you express your most authentic self, stick around. And if this topic speaks to you, feel free to tap like or leave a comment. I'd love to know you're here. Let's begin. Number 1, the emotional power of color. When we think about color in clothing, it's easy to focus on trends, what's popular this season, or what younger people are wearing. But at this stage in life, you deserve something deeper than fleeting fashion. Imagine this: what if the colors you wear could speak on your behalf? What if they could tell the world about your strength, your grace, your journey without you saying a word? Color isn't just decoration, it's emotion, it's energy, it's memory. And for women who have lived through decades of love, change, and growth, color becomes a powerful way to express the woman you've become. Whether it's the calming depth of blue or the fiery passion of red, each color can awaken something within you: confidence, serenity, warmth, boldness, and it can awaken something in those who see you. 2, you see, color has a quiet magic to it. It can lift your mood on a hard day. It can bring a glow to your face even before you smile. And more than that, it can reveal your presence in a room, not in a loud, attention-seeking way, but in a dignified, unforgettable one. Because when you wear colors that resonate with your spirit, you don't just get noticed, you get remembered. And here's something even more beautiful: as we grow older, we begin to understand ourselves better. We know what we like, what we believe, and what we deserve. The colors we choose now are no longer about impressing others. They are about honoring who we are. They remind us and others that we are still vibrant, still radiant, still very much alive. So don't be afraid to choose colors that light you up from within. Pick the ones that mirror your confidence, your warmth, your inner peace. With the right colors, you're not just dressing, you're expressing. And trust me, that kind of energy is something men absolutely notice. Not because it's loud, but because it's real. Let's now explore how these 8 specific colors can help you embrace your beauty and presence at this extraordinary stage of life. Each one is more than just a shade, it's a message. And it's time you shared yours, boldly and beautifully. Number 2, timeless red, boldness and passion. Red is not just a color, it's an emotion, a quiet flame, a declaration of spirit. For women who have lived through seasons of love, loss, triumph, and transformation, red becomes more than a fashion choice. It becomes a symbol of everything you've endured and everything you still are. It radiates vitality, courage, and the fierce joy of being fully alive. Whether it's the deep, sultry tones of burgundy or the vibrant brilliance of scarlet, red captures something words often cannot: the fire inside a woman who knows herself and no longer needs to ask for permission to be seen. When you wear red, you don't whisper, you shine. It doesn't matter whether it's a tailored red blazer, a crimson scarf draped around your shoulders, or simply a swipe of lipstick that makes you feel strong again. Red says, I have walked through storms, and I still stand tall. It tells a story of a life well lived, a life that still pulses with energy, purpose, and a hunger for meaningful connection. You don't need to raise your voice. The color speaks for you. Imagine a woman named Grace, 72, elegant, silver-haired, and radiant in her red wool coat as she steps into a cafe on a gray winter day. Heads turn not because of her age, but because of her presence. The color she wears isn't just bright, it carries weight. Grace doesn't dress to impress. She dresses to express, to remind herself that she is still here, still powerful, still capable of lighting up a room with just a glance. And men, they notice. Not just the red, but the woman behind it. The woman who walks with purpose, who smiles without apology, and who wears her life experience like a crown. Red doesn't ask for attention. It commands it with grace. It reminds everyone around you that beauty is not reserved for youth. It is cultivated, deepened, and magnified through time. So when you reach for red, remember this: you're not just choosing a color, you're choosing to own your space, your story, and your strength. That's what makes you unforgettable. That's what makes you magnetic. That's what makes you you. Number 3, rich burgundy, mysterious elegance. Burgundy is more than just a shade. It's a story written in deep, luxurious tones. It doesn't shout for attention. It whispers something far more powerful. There's more to me than meets the eye. For women who have lived, loved, lost, and risen again, burgundy becomes a color that speaks volumes without saying a word. It carries with it a quiet strength, a graceful confidence, and a magnetic mystery that draws people in, not with noise, but with presence. Picture Elaine, a 70-year-old artist who spent decades painting the quiet beauty of everyday life. At a recent gallery opening, she wore a flowing burgundy wrap, nothing extravagant, but it felt like it belonged to her, like it had been part of her story all along. People noticed, but not just the fabric. They noticed the calm in her smile, the wisdom in her posture, and the undeniable glow that seemed to radiate from within. Burgundy didn't overshadow her. It framed her. It revealed her depth. This color holds a rare power. It's rich without being loud, bold without being brash. It's the color of vintage wine and velvet evenings, of cherished memories and strength earned quietly over time. It embraces the woman who wears it, highlighting her layers not just of style, but of spirit. It's a reminder that beauty doesn't fade with time. It deepens. Like a good story, it becomes more compelling, more textured, and more unforgettable with each passing year. When you wear burgundy, whether it's in the form of a soft sweater, a silky scarf, or a hint of lipstick, you're not just dressing, you're honoring the journey you've walked. It invites curiosity, not because you're trying to impress, but because you carry an air of grace that can't be replicated. And that kind of elegance, it captivates. So if you're drawn to burgundy, trust that instinct. It means you're ready to be seen, not just for how you look, but for who you are. In this color, you are timeless, intriguing, and beautifully unforgettable. Number 4, elegant navy blue. The confidence of timeless class. Navy blue isn't just a color, it's an attitude. It speaks softly, but carries the presence of a woman who knows exactly who she is. For women who've walked through life's many chapters, each one filled with lessons, laughter, and perhaps a few tears, navy blue becomes more than a wardrobe choice. It becomes a mirror of their poise, strength, and quiet dignity. There's a reason this color has never gone out of style. It doesn't follow trends, it defines them. Take Evelyn, a retired professor in her late 60s, who now gives talks at her local community center. She always arrives in navy, sometimes a blazer, other times a simple scarf draped over her shoulders. Nothing flashy, but when she walks into the room, people notice, not because of what she's wearing, but because of how she carries it. Navy doesn't scream for attention. It allows your inner light to do the talking. And in Evelyn's case, that light shines with wisdom, grace, and a quiet command of the room. This color is regal without being rigid. It flatters every skin tone, enhances both delicate and bold accessories, and effortlessly bridges the space between professional and personal. Whether it's a sharply tailored suit for a luncheon or a soft flowing dress for an evening out, navy has the unique ability to make you feel both grounded and elevated at the same time. It holds space for both elegance and ease. And for the woman who has embraced the beauty of aging, navy blue carries even more meaning. It reflects the serenity that comes with self-acceptance and the strength that grows from a life fully lived. When you wear it, you don't need to prove anything. You've already earned the right to stand tall, speak wisely, and be seen exactly as you are. Navy blue is timeless because it honors everything timeless about you: your resilience, your refinement, your radiant confidence. You don't have to chase the spotlight. In navy, you are the spotlight, even in your softest moments. So whether you're stepping into a meeting, a celebration, or a quiet dinner with someone special, let navy remind the world and yourself that class never fades. It simply deepens with time. Number 5. Lush emerald green vibrance and vitality. Emerald green isn't just a beautiful color, it's an awakening. It reminds you of life in full bloom, of open meadows after the rain, and of that quiet sense of renewal that comes from within. For women who have journeyed through decades of growth, discovery, and transformation, emerald green feels like a mirror reflecting back the energy, strength, and resilience they still carry in every step. It's a color that doesn't just enhance your style, it reignites your spirit. Picture Darlene, a 69-year-old retired landscape designer with silver hair and a spark that never faded. She walks into a dinner party wearing an emerald green shawl, nothing loud, just enough to catch the light and everyone's attention. People don't just see the color, they feel her presence. That's what emerald green does. It amplifies who you already are. It brings out the glow in your skin, the sparkle in your eyes, and the lightness in your mood. It's more than a shade, it's a reminder you're still vibrant, still radiant, still full of life. This color holds a special kind of magic. It flatters effortlessly, whether you're drawn to bold modern looks or timeless, understated elegance. It blends beautifully with both neutral tones and metallic accents, making it one of the most versatile hues in any wardrobe. But what makes emerald green unforgettable isn't just how it looks, it's how it makes you feel. Wearing it feels like saying yes to joy, to spontaneity, to dancing barefoot in the living room just because you can. It's a quiet celebration of the woman you've become and the woman you still want to be. A flowing emerald dress can turn heads at a wedding. A simple scarf can brighten up a quiet morning at the cafe. A pair of earrings or a bold handbag in this rich, earthy hue can give even your most casual outfit a touch of unexpected magic. And every time you wear it, you're sending a message not just to the world, but to yourself. I am still growing, still glowing, and still living fully. Emerald green is not about turning back time. It's about honoring every season you've lived and embracing the one you're in now with confidence, grace, and unshakable vitality. Number 6, soft peach warmth and approachability. Soft peach is the color of kindness wrapped in light. It brings to mind the first rays of a gentle sunrise, the kind that slowly warms your skin, lifts your spirit, and reminds you that beauty doesn't need to shout to be seen. For women who have lived with heart and grace, peach becomes more than a color. It becomes a reflection of their warmth, compassion, and quiet confidence. It's a hue that doesn't demand attention but invites it, naturally and effortlessly. Think of Lillian, a 74-year-old retired school counselor who's always had a calming presence. At a family gathering, she wore a soft peach blouse and matching scarf, not for flair, but simply because it felt like her. And yet, something about the way the color lit up her face, softened her features, and made her eyes sparkle, made everyone stop and notice. Peach, in its delicate balance of pink and orange, carries with it the emotional comfort of familiarity and the freshness of optimism. There's a softness to this color that flatters every complexion, especially as we age. It brings out a healthy glow, smooths the appearance of the skin, and makes you feel just a bit more radiant, even on days when you don't quite feel your best. But more than how it looks, it's about how it feels. Wearing peach is like opening your heart without saying a word. It tells others that you are approachable, that your presence is safe, and that your soul still reaches for connection. Whether it's a flowing peach dress at a summer event or a simple scarf tied at your neck during a brunch with friends, this color carries with it an emotional warmth that can soften even the most formal moment. It's elegant without effort, refined without rigidity. And in a world that often feels loud and fast, peach brings us back to center, a moment of calm, a breath of sweetness. Choosing peach isn't about dressing to impress, it's about dressing to reflect the woman you truly are: gentle, graceful, and filled with the kind of light that doesn't fade with time. In peach, you don't just look lovely, you feel lovely, and that, more than anything, is what others will remember. Number 7, royal purple power and grace. There's something extraordinary about royal purple. It's not loud, yet it holds a quiet strength that captures the eye and stirs the soul. For centuries, purple has been a color of dignity and distinction, once worn only by kings, queens, and those who carried great influence. But today, its meaning runs deeper. For a woman who has lived, loved, endured, and grown, royal purple becomes a symbol of the wisdom she has earned and the grace she now wears with pride. Let's take Helen, a 75-year-old retired librarian with a sharp wit and a heart full of kindness. At a recent community fundraiser, she wore a deep purple shawl over her simple black dress. The moment she entered the room, heads turned not because she was trying to stand out, but because she simply did. That's the beauty of royal purple. It doesn't scream, it speaks. It whispers of resilience, of a life well lived, of strength that no longer needs to prove itself. Wearing purple as a mature woman is not about reclaiming youth. It's about embracing presence. It's a declaration: I have seen storms and survived them. I have fallen and risen again. And I walk forward not in fear, but in certainty. Royal purple carries with it a quiet authority. It wraps around you like armor woven in elegance, reminding the world and yourself that you are still powerful, still radiant, still worthy of every ounce of admiration. It's a color that balances mystery with clarity, depth with brilliance, whether it's a flowing dress, a silk scarf, or even a pair of bold earrings. Purple elevates without overwhelming. It reflects a spirit that's unshaken by change and unbothered by trends. When you wear it, you're not following fashion, you're embodying legacy. So the next time you reach into your wardrobe, let royal purple be your signature. Let it remind you that your years are not a limitation, they are your crown. Your experiences are not baggage, they are your strength. Your presence is not fading, it's just becoming more profound. In royal purple, you don't just walk into a room, you own it. Number 8, bold yellow, confidence and joy. Yellow is more than just a cheerful color. It's a burst of sunlight that you carry with you, a reflection of a heart that still believes in beauty, warmth, and hope. It's the color of confidence that smiles, of joy that refuses to fade, and of a spirit that brightens every room it enters. For women who have lived through many seasons, who've weathered storms, and still choose to seek out the light yellow, becomes a radiant reminder that joy is not only possible, it's powerful. Imagine Margaret, 72, walking through her local farmer's market in a soft golden cardigan. She's not trying to stand out, but somehow she does. People smile when they pass her, not just because of the color, but because of the energy she gives off. Yellow does that. It doesn't just color your outfit, it colors your presence. It says, I'm still here, still full of life, and I have every intention of shining. Yellow carries the warmth of your laughter, the optimism of your outlook, and the boldness of your authenticity. It's not a timid color, it's for women who aren't afraid to be seen as they are joyful, experienced, and wonderfully alive. Whether you choose a soft, buttery tone or a bold sunflower shade, wearing yellow sends a message: you embrace life, you welcome happiness, and you offer that light to others. And what's truly beautiful is how yellow awakens something in everyone it touches. It uplifts, it energizes, it invites conversation and reminds people of the good in the world. When you wear it, you become a walking affirmation that age doesn't dim your glow, it deepens it. You don't need to shout to be noticed. Yellow makes your presence feel like sunshine after rain. Wearing yellow is not just a fashion statement, it's a celebration of the curious girl who still lives inside you, of the woman you've become, and of all the brightness you continue to bring to others. So wear it boldly. Let it reflect your joy, your courage, and your choice to live fully and fearlessly. Because with yellow, you don't just light up a room, you remind everyone what it means to truly live. I hope this journey through color has reminded you of something powerful, that beauty doesn't fade with time. It evolves, from the fierce confidence of red to the quiet grace of navy blue. Each color we explored carries a message: you are vibrant, you are seen, and you are worth celebrating. These shades aren't just for your wardrobe. They're tools to express the joy, wisdom, and light that live within you. Which color spoke to your heart today? Comment below with just 2 words that describe how you want to feel the next time you get dressed. I'd love to hear what inspired you. If this video brought you a spark of confidence or a new idea to try, feel free to like and subscribe. Your support helps me create more heartfelt content just for you. And trust me, there's so much more ahead. Thank you for spending your time here with me. Keep shining in your own unique way. And remember, style has no expiration date. It only gets more meaningful with time. I can't wait to explore the next chapter with you. Until then, stay radiant.